Hello and welcome to another Watcher of Realms video, and in this video I am going to be doing some more Malriks Halls of Illusion. This time around I have been farming a little bit. I've got some farm going on right now. The RNG on the farm is crazy. Like it does, sometimes it just doesn't work. We'll see in a second. And I have done a few, and I've left myself with one of these mythic keystones, as you can see, and as you can see my background fight did fail. Fantastic. And this one I've left is a little bit different than what I've faced. A couple of things are the same, but it's a little bit different. If we insert it, we can see the boss I'm going to face is called the Scorched Devourer. This boss is basically like the Aatrox boss that you sometimes get on some other missions, where he has like melee AoE, but it's just like a pool around him. It only will hit the target in front, so it won't go too problematic. And it doesn't seem too difficult. It seems like one of the easier bosses versus like Eralda, who does like the AoE rain damage, which can be very problematic. The Stormwalkers are new for me. This is going to be like a mini enemy that's going to come in as position 2. And then I've got the Golden Guard collision enemies, which are just like the old school, or like the GR2 like rollers basically. And they will just rush me and take damage when they collide with my tanks. My tanks can take this damage. I was originally going to be taking things like Decimus in to stop these. That's not a problem with the collision enemies, but it is a problem with like the suicide enemies, which you can sometimes get. If I just go into the details on the stage though, this is a good thing to check out when you're first coming up against enemies that you haven't faced before. And this is the first time I've ever faced the Stormwalker, because as it says down the bottom, monster info, born in the midst of a storm, this elemental of wind stops moving upon detecting targets. Now, I'm not sure if that means continuously stops moving, as in it never moves once there's a target in its range, or if it stops, then attacks, stops and attacks. His HP is extremely low, so I think it just stops moving altogether. So you have to have somebody that has a decent range, generally speaking like 4 range, because as it says here, the basic attack deals damage 1 time to a single target within 3 tiles ahead. That will generally be your tank, and then you have to have a character behind them that can do the damage with 4 range. Fortunately, I do have that. If we go into challenge, I have got Ardea, as you can see, and in the details on the actual stage it says the Stormwalker will spawn at position 2. That is actually quite honestly important to know. So I know the Stormwalker will spawn here, it will walk to the right, my tank will be placed here, and it will probably stop in this position right here, which Ardea should be able to hit. Should be able to. We'll have to see. Otherwise, I could be in trouble. Could be in trouble. We'll test this out. I'm going to just hit the challenge. This is the team that I've kind of come up with, where I'm not using Nightmare. I'm trying to not use Nightmare on this, just have a little bit of a variance, but also it's like quite powerful. Double magic and single magic and single like physical damage on each lane, so it's a bit of a variance, and it seems to be working quite nicely. It seems to be working quite nicely indeed. So this time around I'm going to be placing Lubu down the bottom, as you can see. We'll place him here, and then what I'll also do is I'll place Cyrus. Actually, no, I won't place Cyrus yet. I'll place Elowin and then Cyrus, because then we can invigorate Lubu. And we can speed things up. And then I'll place down Boreas. This is kind of like the team that I've kind of figured out has been working well. I did do an Eralda run on my channel. I did a little video on my first kind of run on this. And Eralda is good, don't get me wrong, is good. Not Eralda enemy. But I had 2 AoE damage dealers and 1 healer. And 1 healer's fine, unless you're facing Eralda. So I'm going with 2 healers now. Okay, we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. She's going to take damage. That could be problematic. Can she hit? That's what I wanted to see. She can hit them. They get nuked really easily. You have to have someone who can hit that far away. They don't take it with the Stormwalkers. So now I know how the Stormwalkers work. I just have to be aware that they're 4 distance away, and the only people that are going to be able to hit 4 distance away are going to be characters that are ranged. So you could potentially have like an Iovar up here, you know, with increased range, or a Silas and a Lord. The Lord does not have to be placed, but yeah, it's very important. because it's going to stop here, and my character should hit. A bit of a mess up on the hit. Very low HP, so this should be quite straightforward. So it's about waiting for the boss now, and we'll see what happens there. However, I think this character can block physical damage on these characters. Let's see. Yeah, look, massive reduction on the physical damage taken. But once they're gone, so as long as you've got a decent enough tank, it should be fine. Now I have run this quite a few times on a different keystones, and oh, my tank died. That was from the collision. Just insta died. Did I see that right? I'm not sure if I saw that right. I'm gonna have to put down Elder. He is quite tanky for me. Yeah, it's just fortunately my my Cyrus will spawn back in time. But that was different. That were different. My Cyrus is very good. Maybe he got lots of hits at the same time. I'm not really sure. Let's see. Okay, his minion took the damage this time. Can spawn another minion. Maybe we just got RNG'd a little bit. These little guys can do lots of damage with lots of... Okay, this guy here, he is gonna drop me a red crate. I've had it happen once before, and we have it once again. So I got my second ever red crate. If you ever see that guy, you've got to focus him. He does get blocked, so it's not a problem there. But you just got to make sure you nuke him down. It's like the enemy that you can see on the resource raids. It's interesting. Yeah, it's crazy. Cyrus got absolutely nuked. I have to check back down the clip. Absolutely nuked. Fortunately, he can respawn like a minion ahead of him. You might have to take Decimus if you're running into issues with these collision enemies. Could be a way to go. My Thalen's A3, so you can see the enemy is getting pulled around. I could potentially put my Numera up the top to stop the enemy coming out of the portal. Okay, here's the boss. Can drop between 1 and 3 of the crates. We'll see what he drops. I'll wait until the second one here. Siren's going past. That is the boss alarm, guys. I've got a special boss alarm in my residency. Should be too difficult. And we get 1 gold crate and I think a purple one as well, which is nice. Yeah, this collision one is a little bit naughty. On the earlier stages, a bit straightforward, but on this one, he nabbed me good. Was shocking. I was in shock. I was in shock. Okay. Respawn again. This is a pretty good crate run, I'm not going to lie. If I can get maybe like 1 or 2 more, I think this would probably be my definitively the best run I've had, crate-wise. This guy survived. Hope I haven't got a time limit on this. On the crate, I say 1 more and I've definitely hit my best ever. Because this is 11 crates, which is pretty crazy. Am I going to get one off the last one? I mean, 11's good. 11's good. Let's see what rewards we can get out of this. We did get a mythic crate drop. I didn't get anything crazy from the mythic crate drop. We did get quite a lot of legendary skill gem like shards, and that's not too bad. That's not too bad for one of these keystone rewards. And this was only a tier 1 of the mythic, so obviously it will get a bit more difficult, and maybe the rewards will scale off of it. But I got stuff to use, I got stuff to spend, and this doesn't seem too bad. I've done quite a few today, and I've come out of it with like a whole skill gem pretty much. You know, just over a mythic, just over an ancient summon, and like 3 or 4 normal summons, plus a lot of the augmentation gems. And it's not too bad. Like I do particularly like the fact that you don't have to do them straight away. You can stack up to 50, which isn't going to be quick. They're not great drops, but they're not terrible. It seems to be reasonable, and it seems reasonably fun at the moment. Quite a big variance on the enemy kind of setup. We'll see if there's more bosses. I've only come up against, I think, 3 different bosses. The Scorched one, Iralda, and Baron, I think, are the 3 I've come up against. So we'll have to see what else comes out. They can obviously just add new content to this at any time, which is obviously great. And it's enjoyable. So hopefully that's been a little bit of fun for you to watch. And hopefully you're having fun to actually playing the Malriks Hall of Illusion. I do think it's one of the better pieces of content they've come out with, for sure. That is in this little video though, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I will see you in the next video.